Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Franklin here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to use Gholdengo in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, specifically for OU, or you can play it on Wi-Fi battles. I think these are the four sets that have a lot of capabilities when you want to ladder or you want to have competitive battles with other people. So, let's get right to it. Gholdengo is kind of like, in an essence, the epitome of Gen 9. And what I mean by that is Gholdengo has a beautiful, beautiful typing in Ghost and Steel, has a phenomenal ability, has a really cool signature move, and can be used as a very offensive or very balanced Pokemon. I mean, this Pokemon overall is what Gen 9 is all about. Chaotic, it could be fun, exciting. There's nothing really dull about this Pokemon. So let's go over this Pokemon very quickly. So Gholdengo actually has 133 base special attack with 84 speed. It kind of reminds me a lot like an inverse of Dragapult, where Dragapult was fast and had a decent special attack. You needed choice specs in order to hit like a truck. This Pokemon right off the bat has middling speed or decent speed, not enough to really outpace the OU metagame on its own. However, it's really good in its special attack with 133 base. And I think this Pokemon has a lot of capability as used as a choice scarfer. But let's talk about the ability. Now, this Pokemon, aside from its magnificent typing in Ghost and Steel, which, by the way, outside of another pair, like for example, Fairy and Steel, Ghost and Steel is a very good offensive and defensive typing. The ability, however, is what really takes the cake from this Pokemon, and this ability is called Good as Gold. This Pokemon is immune to status moves. That's correct. You cannot Thunder Wave it, you cannot use Will-O-Wisp against it, and I'm pretty sure you cannot Defog against this Pokemon because Defog is a non-attacking move. So in order for you to do damage to this Pokemon or render it to a point that it can't be playable, you're gonna have to attack this Pokemon. But like I said, that type in Ghost and Steel, it's beautiful. I mean, we only have seen it with Pokemon such as Aegislash, and we know what Aegislash is capable of. I don't think this Pokemon is going to be at that level, but it might be coming very close as we go over the stats. So, again, with this Pokemon, the stats on paper, it's pretty good. 95 base defense and 91 base special defense. That's enough for it to be more of a bulky offensive Pokemon to be used in the metagame. This first set I have here is Choice Scarf. It takes advantage of its middling speed to put it on a pace where it can outpace other Pokemon such as Dragapult and Roaring Moon prior to any Dragon Dances or any +1 speed boosts, of course. Now, let's talk about its signature move. Make It Rain is a steel type move that is base 120 power and it has 100% accuracy and it lowers the user's special attack by 1. So it's kind of like a lesser version of Overheat and Draco Meteor, but in the steel form. I think it's magnificent as a move, simply for the fact that it can take advantage of the stab boost. And we haven't even talked about Terra typing. So the Terra typing of this Pokemon, there's three that I'm going to go over. Ghost and Steel are the first two that come to mind as it takes advantage of stab power. We all know Terra typing is just incredibly good, but on a Pokemon like this that has really good offensive capability on the special end, it's magnificent. I also have here Focus Blast and Shadow Ball, as those are, Shadow Ball is a really good ghost type move in Generation 9, especially now in this generation. I think ghost types are particularly more powerful, as we've seen the eventual bans of Fluttermane and Houndstone getting banned from OU. And then you have Focus Blast that is able to hit the dark types that this Pokemon might have a little bit of trouble dealing with. And then we have Trick, if you want to be that kind of person that want to trick opponent, a Choice Scarf or a Choice Specs in the other case, I think it's a pretty good option overall. Now, looking at this Pokemon's move pool as well, this Pokemon has access to Thunderbolt, Hex, it has access to Dazzling Gleam, Flash Cannon, Nasty Plot, which is really, really good, and I'll talk about that sooner. I have Power Gem here as well. You got Psychic, Psyshock, Thunderbolt. I mean, this Pokemon move pool looking pretty clean. Next up, we have his Choice Specs. Choice Specs lets it take advantage of its ginormous special attack. If you max out its special attack with the Choice Specs, I mean, its special attack is going to hit 600, over 600, which is incredible. I also have here Terra Blast. So Terra Blasting, as you know, if it terrestrializes the Pokemon, and depending on whether its special attack or physical attack is higher, that move will modify into either being a special attack or a physical attack. Obviously, with its blistering amount of special attack, this Pokemon's Terra Blast will be special. And with the Ghost Terra typing, wow, that might hit everything like a truck. Now, obviously, if you want to be a little tricky, you can also run other typings. I just have Ghost here just as a plain example that allows it to boost Shadow Balls into incredible levels of power. As like I mentioned, Ghost typing in general and Ghost moves in general are pretty powerful. I mean, the power creep with Ghost types is just magnificent to the point that you thought Gen 8 Ghosts were pretty damn good, like Gengar, Dragapult, Aegislash. I think Gen 9 just takes it to a whole nother level in terms of power creep, and I think Ghost types are the perfect example, especially now that moves such as Knockoff aren't really prevalent anymore due to certain Pokemon only having access to such moves. Overall, I think Pokemon like Gholdengo are going to be very good. And obviously, we are still waiting for more bans. I think there are other Pokemon that need to be a little bit under the radar, such as Palafin, but we'll see what the council is up to nowadays. Obviously, the metagame is still settling down, so we shall see. So, choice specs, hits like a truck. If you don't want to run Terra Blast, you can also run Thunderbolt. I think Thunderbolt's okay, hits all the bulky waters. And then we have Air Balloon. So, what's up with Air Balloon? So, obviously, we know Ghost and Steel, it's weak to ground types. If this has a Terra typing of Electric, Air Balloon allows it to be immune to ground attacks. And what's really cool about this Pokemon, in addition to its Ghost typing, is that it's able to block Rapid Spin. So now, not only you are pretty much invincible against non-attacking moves, you also have the ability to block Rapid Spin. And the two Pokemon that I can think of off the top of my head that have access to such moves are Cyclizard. You also have Iron Treads and Great Tusk, which are pretty big Pokemon right now in the OU metagame. Of course, fair warning, the metagame is still settling down, so we shall see what goes on in the later upcoming weeks. Now, I have Air Balloon here, and once you Terra type or Terrestrialize into Electric, you're basically immune to super effective attacks, obviously prior to getting hit. Nasty Plot allows this Pokemon to just simply take its enormous special attack to whole new heights. You're able to hit everything pretty damn hard. I mean, even Pokemon such as Blissey, which is pretty interesting to note because now Pokemon like Blissey cannot deal with this Pokemon due to it being immune to Seismic Toss and also other status moves, which is something Blissey takes advantage of in prior generations. And this generation looks like it finally has met its match. And this Pokemon with a Nasty Plot is just a truck. It's just a monster that's able to run everything all over the place. So I'm hoping we get to see more cool Gholdengos. And also as a final heat set, shout outs to the OU Bazaar on Smogon. Somebody brought up this set, which is a max HP, max special attack. And this Pokemon also has access to recover. So if you thought this Gholdengo was going anywhere, I don't think so. The tech move here is Metal Sound. Now, Metal Sound is not a move you really see in OU, as it does have okay accuracy, but it does lower the target's special defense by 2. So after you hit a Pokemon with Make It Rain, you lose that special attack stage. But with Metal Sound, you're just able to make those switch-ins not really switch-ins anymore. And then this Pokemon also has access to Calm Mind as well. It doesn't show up on the OU moveset, but it also has access to that, which is pretty cool because you can just recover or you can just simply attack. I mean, this Pokemon's all over the place. And of course, you have leftovers just for the more access to recovery. So overall, I think this Pokemon is going to be very good in OU. But obviously, we got to wait because there's Pokemon such as Roaring Moon that's still around. This might be probably one of the best ghost types. Obviously, that's just more of a prediction more than actual facts. But we did see Fluttermane and Houndstone get banned from OU, so probably this Pokemon is going to be the next best thing. I don't think this Pokemon is going to be broken as of right now, as there are other Pokemon. Like I mentioned, Palafin is still out there, wreaking havoc on OU, but I think this Pokemon overall is going to be phenomenal. If you guys like videos such as this, like and subscribe to your boy. Appreciate if you guys turn on notification bells so you guys don't miss out on the next video on my channel. I'm going to try to do more competitive analysis of Pokemon such as Gholdengo and other Pokemon that were introduced in Generation 9. It's your boy Franklin, signing out. Peace.